Good morning. It was so cold last night. It was in the 30s. But I'm ready to get rolling this morning. I think it's going to warm up pretty quickly. The sun is shining. Another gorgeous day, and I'm ready to hit Colorado. Look out, Colorado, here I come. I am so glad to be done with that section. Those blowdowns were unreal. I feel like I accidentally signed up for the 5K hurdles. I noticed on far out, after I got through them, I stopped and took a break. And I noticed on far out that somebody noted that there were 42 different blowdowns on the trail. There were either workarounds or climb overs or whatever. I don't know if there were that many, but it certainly felt like it. But that is behind me now, and I'm headed to the border. I just met the sweetest family. So people that know me well, know I'm not a huge fan of four-wheelers or side-by-sides or stuff like that, because they just tear up the earth, and they're loud. But I could hear one coming. I'm like, okay, who's out? Because the 4th of July weekend's coming up. I think today's the 2nd. And turn to look, and there's this little tiny kid on a dirt bike. I don't know, he's probably like 6. And he's tooling along. And Dad and little brother and Grandpa are in a side-by-side, just going really slow, following him on the Forest Service road. So I love that they weren't like just off-roading it completely. And they passed me, and I came up around a corner, and there was a tree in the road, and Dad whipped out a chainsaw. He's down there clearing that road. Little does he know, when he gets around that curve, there's another one. The boys were just so sweet and so friendly. They were fun to talk to for just a bit. Good times on the trail. I love seeing families outside together doing stuff. It was cool. Loved it. There's the border, and Colorado welcomes you with an awesome view right off the bat. Wow. Did a little over 15 miles for the day. Found a great spot right here near this river to camp for the night. And looking forward to hitting the Great Divide alternate, which is an alternate on the CDT, tomorrow morning. Yippee. Night, night. Lucy and Wes, love you both. Everybody else, happy trails. Good morning. Oh my goodness. Yesterday made it to Colorado, and I started walking the highway road walk down to as part of the Great Divide Trail. I did a couple miles of it. The side of the road was pretty narrow, and there was so much traffic because it's 4th of July weekend, and there were just so many people on it. I think yesterday was July 2nd. People hauling fifth wheels and trailers and stuff like that. And I'm like, this is not, didn't feel that safe, wasn't that enjoyable. And so Maverick picked me up and we hopped on down to Red Bear Haas, where it breaks off of the interstate. We went in the store there to get a bag of ice, and they had like this free library, so I was looking for a book for Maverick, and I could hear the guy saying to him, "Are you guys bikers?" Because a lot of people bike this road. And I was like, no, we're hikers. He goes, "Oh, that's what I thought." He said the bikers come through here and they're like, we gotta go, because there's a big race, Tour to Continental Divide or something like that. It goes from Canada to Mexico that's happening right now. And and then the hikers come and they're like, "Oh, look at that butterfly." And I already said that and I started laughing. I thought that was pretty funny. But when we got to camp, set up camp, Maverick made us some venison burgers, which were delicious. And it was early. It was only like 6:30 when we got done eating. And I made my bed and climbed in it and promptly went to sleep. So I'm feeling very rested this morning and ready to walk this section called the Great Divide Alternate. What I love about this is it's at lower elevation. So it was warmer last night, and it's about 2,000 feet lower than what we were last night. And it is a gravel road that is famous for bikers to use. And I don't have to worry about losing the trail. I don't have to worry about blowdowns like yesterday. And it's easier for Maverick to find me along the way. So there's another real good reason I wanted to take this route, because there's something I wanted to see. And when we get to it, I'll talk to you about it. So, and it's gorgeous. Wait, do you see the pictures of this area? It's next to the Conejos River. And it's got these cliffs. It's beautiful. I'm super excited to see it. And I'm going down the trail. This is definitely horse country. Lucy, I just met a real cowgirl. There's lots of cowgirls here and cowboys and lots of horses. When I talked to the cowgirl Verity, she said that people come to the ranch for a week and they have a horse that's assigned to them and they ride that horse all week and learn different techniques and ride different trails and have a really good time. I feel really out of place here wearing my trucker hat because everybody's got on a cowboy or cowgirl hat around here. Sure is gorgeous. I'll give you my 360. Yesterday, we ran into these two ladies on trail, and one of them, when I saw her, my first thought was, where do I know her from? And we stopped and talked to them for a minute. And finally, I said to her, you look so familiar to me. She goes, I was thinking the same thing, that you look familiar to me. And she's hiked the AT, but she did it in a different year. But we exchanged information because it was driving us crazy. We know that we've met somewhere before, just don't know where. We're gonna figure it out. She was from Louisiana. So below I-10, whole nother world down there. So that was super interesting when I said to her, you look so familiar to me. I feel like I know you. And she said the same thing. Crazy small world. Hey, I want to give a shout out. I have a friend that I've had since 7th grade who I gave her the trail name Lipstick because I've very rarely seen her in all the years I've known her without lipstick on. And her husband, who I gave the trail name Nightclub because he loves himself some karaoke, they have been platinum blazing the Appalachian Trail the last 4 months and just loving it. And I am so, so proud of her for getting out there and doing something outside of her comfort zone, something different, and finally finding the peace and tranquility and the healing power of being outside. Way to go, Lipstick. Love you, girlfriend. excited. It's like 11:35, and this is the first day on trail that I've done 12 miles before 12 o'clock. Done 12 and a half miles, and just as I was getting ready for lunch break, Maverick walked up. Yep, perfect. Well, it is 1:42, and I found the truck, finished 17 and a half miles. I'm gonna take a break here, eat something, and then press on for another 5.5 into Platoro. That's the plan, if it doesn't rain too hard. Feeling like a spoiled hiker right now, because just as we got to the truck, it started raining. And I'm sitting inside the truck, waiting out the rain before I go back out there. Had a delicious egg sandwich, courtesy of Maverick, who boiled the eggs for me this morning. And I ate the whole thing. It was so good. So when the rain lets up, I'll head back out there for the last 5.5 miles of the day. Well, my 45-minute break turned into an hour break because of the rain. But right before the heavens opened up and the rain fell down, this truck pulled up with this guy and girl in it. They were looking for directions to something, so I pulled out my app Far Out, and I found what they were looking for, and I said, hey, I can show you on my map. So I walked around, and he opened the truck door, and oh my gosh, the smell of shampoo and soap. I'm like, oh my gosh, y'all smell so good. I go, I'm so sorry, I stink. I haven't had a bath in several days. And he said, well, we hope we smell like you do in a few days. They're going fishing. Well, I've been gone hiking for about an hour, and it's raining again. So got on the raincoat and got the umbrella out. But it's not cold and it's not super windy, so that's great. Hopefully it'll break soon. I can see Platoro. Woohoo! Almost there. Of course, I get less than a mile from Platoro, and the heavens open back up, and it's raining pretty good now. This is the amazing view out of the tent camper thingamajigger. It is so spectacular. I can't tell you where it is because I'm not sure it's a legal space to be, but I hope it is. It started raining just a little bit again. Today ended up being 22.9 miles. Dadgummit, one more tenth and it would have been 23, but it was a good day. Tomorrow up and over Elwood Pass. Maverick's down there cooking chicken Alfredo, which I can't wait to eat some of that. He's such an amazing cook, so thankful for him. And I am ready to go to sleep. Good night, Lucy and Wes. Love you. Everybody else, happy trails.